My name is Clara Mancini, and I have the great privilege of serving Catholic Concern for Animals as a chair, and I will be the facilitator for today's conference. I would like to begin by thanking, on behalf of Catholic Concern for Animals, each and every one of you for attending this very important conference. We believe that this is possibly the first ever conference on fish welfare held by a faith-based animal advocacy organization. And we are delighted to be hosting this event and to have attracted such a large number of attendees. Today, we will have the opportunity to listen to eminent experts in the field of fish welfare and advocacy. And I would like to thank all the speakers for their invaluable contributions to this special event. Before we continue, I would like to quickly highlight a few housekeeping points. So since we have such a large gathering, we will need to mute everyone while the presenters are speaking. And we will need to take questions via the chat facility. You should be able to find the chat button at the bottom of your Zoom screen. Your questions will be sent directly to my CCA colleagues who will address them to the speakers on your behalf. You will not be able to use the chat to everyone facility today. So during the event, we will have two short 15 minute coffee breaks, one at 11:30 GMT and one at 13:15 GMT. The conference is then due to finish at 14:30 GMT. So, but who are we and why are we here today? Catholic Concern for Animals is a worldwide charity whose mission is the advancement of Christian respect and responsibility for the animal creation, with special reference to Catholic teaching and beliefs. To this end, we work closely with the Catholic family of clergy and laity across the globe, but we also work with like-minded friends and colleagues of other faiths, as well as people of no faith. In this regard, it is worth noting that Pope Francis wrote Laudato Si not only to Catholics or Christians or people of faith, but to all the people of the world. And that this was indeed the first encyclical letter addressed to all of humanity. So consistent with this ecumenical spirit, Catholic Concern for Animals are founding members of the Animal Interfaith Alliance, and our chief executive, Chris Fagan, is also the deputy chair of that organization. Animal advocacy, national and international organizations such as the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, Compassion in World Farming, the Humane Society of the United States, and umbrella organizations such as the Federation of Indian Animal Protection Organizations, Asia for Animals, and Eurogroup for Animals. Last year, CCA's global influence and international reach were recognized by its admission to the United Nations Environment Programme and the United Nations Environment Assembly as an observant non-governmental organization. And at the start of this year, we have been very pleased to learn that our chief executive has been appointed chair of the Eurogroup for Animals Fish Working Group. As a charity, we advocate for all of God's creation. In this regard, one of our key advocacy projects concerns specifically the welfare of fish, who are all too often forgotten by animal welfare advocacy initiatives and whose suffering is generally disregarded by society. As poignantly pointed out by Bishop John Arnold just now. Today's conference is a very important element of this project of ours, which will run until March 2022 and which aims to raise awareness about the plight of fish and to promote a more compassionate relationship with the creatures who inhabit the marine environment. As a part of this work, we have just issued a special edition of our digital newsletter focused on fish welfare, which I hope you all have seen. We will also be producing a report about this conference in our flagship magazine, The Ark. And over the next 12 months, The Ark will regularly feature articles on fish welfare by international contributors from around the world. Throughout the project, we will examine all aspects of fish welfare, including wild fisheries and aquaculture, as well as angling, a blood sport which still has millions of adherents around the world, and in which an incalculable number of individual fish are cruelly and mindlessly abused and killed. As a part of the project, we have also been working with and will continue to work with our colleagues from the Czech Republic to support the educational campaign on the welfare of farmed carp, particularly during Advent between the end of November and the end of December 2021. So watch this space for the exciting developments that we expect to see in this area.